Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and it's time. I've been waiting to check out the new Asus Vivobook S because it's the first Intel Core 9 Ultra laptop, but not only that, it's extremely thin and light. It includes an OLED display at 120 hertz. I'm pumped. There's a lot more to it though, so we're gonna take a look at what comes in the box, and then of course get a full hands-on with this new laptop from Asus. Let's get started. Let's begin. I'd like to point out it's nice they're using 100% recyclable packaging. Opening up the box is the laptop and what looks to be a use for the box. So it's a stand. It can angle your laptop up or turn into a vertical stand. So just a nice use of the packaging. On the right side here, we've got our power cable and power brick that connects via USB Type-C. This is a 90-watt power brick, not too big. You also get your standard booklets. And I know what you came to see, the Vivobook S14. And right away, I'm telling you, this is really light, under 3 pounds, 2.87 pounds to be exact. And here we go. So first things first, like I always do in my laptop videos, the one-handed opening test. And that passed really easily. That didn't even lift up from the bottom, especially considering how small and light this laptop is. But I'm gonna get it booted up. Let's take a closer look at this hardware. So on the left side, you have an HDMI slot, which is surprising considering the size of the laptop. Usually you don't see that. 2 Thunderbolt USB Type-C ports, a micro SD card slot, plus a headphone jack. Moving along, on the front is where the notch is, and I believe that's a webcam slider. We'll check that out in just a second. But on the right side here, continuing through, are 2 USB Type-A ports. And also, you'll notice that a couple status lights. Finally, a look at the back where all of the ventilation is. At the bottom, you've got grip. There are speakers and more ventilation. So you'll see this grip will raise the laptop up a bit, and one in the corner there. Do you like the look of it? Just minimal branding, Asus Vivobook, and then here's just some information about their Asus Lumina OLED display that they have. But let's get this powered on. Quickly, a closer look at that touchpad plus the keyboard as well. You'll see some stickers. It does have that Intel Core Ultra 9. You can get it in other processor models as well. And here we go. It's just, again, more information about our PC. Now that our laptop's booted up, a couple things. First of all, it will lay flat, really nice. You can get just about any angle you want with the display, and also that was a privacy switch up towards the top for your webcam, like having a physical one as opposed to just a software one. Now right away, taking a look at that 14-inch OLED display. Now this is the 1920 by 1200 resolution. I did notice it, so you can get up to 3K resolution if you so choose. Now this specific display can only go up to 60 hertz. Obviously there's going to be a price difference, but you can also get that 3K OLED at 120 hertz as well. And as you can see, it does have that Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. You'll also notice black bars on the top and bottom because this video is 16:9, but the screen is 16:10 aspect ratio, which is common. This is just about what you want in a laptop. And I know I mentioned that webcam, it actually has Asus's AI Sense camera. So if we do go to the camera application, there I am actually doing a pretty good job balancing this really bright light and keeping my exposure pretty balanced. But anyways, I want to talk about some of the AI features, automatic framing, eye contact, and even background effects. So you'll notice there's standard blur. We can have portrait blur. I'm going to turn off automatic framing. You saw how it kind of zoomed in on my face there. But if we go to standard blur, it does a actually pretty good job at, you know, keeping my hair not blurry. I'd also like to point out this touchpad's much larger than I was expecting, so that's a really welcome addition to this laptop. Also, moving on to that keyboard, the backlighting, actually, I think it's RGB lighting. Yes, so it's blue right now. Let's take a look at that keyboard and do some tests. You can see the lighting, but first let's do a typing test. So it's actually pretty comfortable to type on, a decent amount of travel as well. The keys are evenly spaced out. Also, check it out, a dedicated Windows Copilot button. Pressing that is going to bring up Copilot, which is still in preview mode, but it's essentially an AI chatbot that you can ask different things. So if I say, what is the weather in Chicago? And right now it's rainy, so it better actually say that it's raining outside. Okay. So there's the response. Took a little bit, but it's letting me know, all the details and information that I need. Now to customize the backlighting, it's actually built into Windows with their dynamic lighting and personalization. So you can change the brightness of the keyboard so you'll see that backlighting go up and down. The effects, so a solid color. What if I want it to be yellow, orange, green, purple, pink? You can take your pick, of course. You can also match your Windows accent color. And now you also have different modes: gradient, wheel, wave, rainbow, breathing. So if we go to gradient, it's going to kind of move. Let's try rainbow, which will actually change color. There it goes. So it went from green to blue, and okay. You can also change the direction and the effect speed. It's nice that it's built into Windows and you don't actually need a separate application to change all of these effects. Opening up the My Asus app is where Asus adds a lot of customizations to their laptops, such as a battery care mode, fan profile. There's a quick toggle shortcut on the actual keyboard, but you can quiet the fans and even go into full speed mode. I love that you can really customize this between 4 different sections. Also, memory allocated to the GPU. Kind of cool. You could customize a specific amount of memory. They also have their AI noise canceling microphone for directional, authentic 360 recording. This is good. There's a presenter mode even if you got to give a presentation. This is good for those video calls, and noise canceling speaker with different sound modes for the speakers. Dolby Atmos and dynamic. Maybe if you're playing games, listening to music. And since this is an OLED display, they have Asus's OLED Care to refresh the pixels, basically doing anything it can to make sure that there's no burn-in on your OLED display. They have flicker-free dimming, and this is something that is really nice. To change the color gamut, you can go to the DCI P3, sRGB, display P3, or if you want a little more saturated colors, you can switch it to vivid. You can change the color temperature and your eye care, the amount of blue light that you see. True to life, it's video enhancement technology and target mode. I want to try this real quick, so I'm turning this on, and look at the background. It's dimmed. So when the specific window's open, it is the normal brightness. I wonder if I minimize this will get brighter. It did. That's interesting, and that's kind of a neat way to, take full advantage, especially if you're using a full screen application. You'll notice, hey, look at how dim that wallpaper is in comparison to the specific app. Now we're gonna do a quick gaming test, and for this, I'm gonna put it on full speed mode. I'm not going to plug in the laptop, and we're gonna see what kind of frames we can get. All right, so I installed Rocket League, which is good to install because it's not a massive file size, but also because I love this game, and it's a pretty good indicator. So I have all of the settings up, full resolution plus high quality, all of that good stuff. And you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, it seems like it's, all right, there's some frame drops there, but it's pretty consistent at 60 frames per second, it seems like. It's gotten over at 61, but 59, it's kind of bouncing between those two. So yeah, at about 60 frames per second on, again, all the way up. Now you do have the flexibility to change the resolution if you'd like to, and bump down some of the quality settings if you're looking to get a higher frame rate. But again, keep in mind, this is not off of any dedicated GPU. This is off of that Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. I do also want to point out that the colors look really good on this monitor. Asus always does a good job with their OLED displays, color accuracy, and just vibrancy. And I don't even need to bump it up to vibrant. You can if you really like it saturated, but this is pretty much on standard. And don't forget, this is all in a package that weighs under 3 pounds. Actually pretty crazy how thin and light this laptop is. But anyways, that is it from me. A lot more to come on the Asus Vivobook. I didn't even peel this sticker off. Let's do that real quick. Usually that's at the beginning. There we go. Just a quick look at that sleek outer shell. But anyways, be sure to drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe as well. A lot more videos coming soon. And as always, thanks for watching.